Green Bay. Get loud and say it with me. This is Monster Jam.
Green Bay, this is the last event of the weekend, and it is now time for the very first competition of the last event, Green Bay. Our Monster Jam superstars have been seated into a bracket based on a random draw. The winner of this round is going to move on to the semifinals and be that much closer to the racing finale. All right, this is your first opportunity to make some noise. Let me hear you if you're ready for the JCB Racing.
Up first, let's hear it for John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity. His competition, we've got Triton Robbins and Crazy Train. We are bringing the heat with the first race of the event, the two best race records on the series. Terminal Velocity 42 and 19. Crazy Train 40 and 19. They've met 14 times in racing, and Crazy Train has won 11 times. You're on board with Terminal Velocity. They're staged and ready to go. Your winner is Crazy Train. Triton Robbins now 41 and 19 in JCB Racing. And you see John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity, hit one of those turn cones. That is an automatic elimination from the race if you hit one of the two Monster Jam turn cones. So Crazy Train moves to the semifinal round and will take on the winner of this next race. It's time for takeoff. Make some noise for Montana Robbins, Plain Crazy. His competition, a future Monster Jam Hall of Famer. It's John Zimmer Sr., Zombie. In the 10 times they've met this season, Plain Crazy has won 7 of those 10 races. Plain Crazy, a race record this year of 23 and 24. Zombie, 21 and 27. Winner of this race will take on Crazy Train in our semifinal round. So Plain Crazy staged. Zombie staged. We're ready to go green. Your winner is Plain Crazy. The Robbins brothers looking fast in our first competition, JCB Racing. So we're going to have brothers going head-to-head in that semifinal round. We'll see Crazy Train versus Plain Crazy. Now we got to set up the other half of our semifinal round race bracket. Get those shark teeth out for Angelina Knock in Megalodon. Her competition, let's hear it for Jamie Sullivan, Sparkle Smash. Jamie Sullivan, Friday night, made it to the final round of racing, has been close every event for that BKT Overall Event Championship. Our ladies are staged. Let's hit that loud pedal. Your winner is Sparkle Smash. As you watch the Super Glued to the Action replay of that race, they were going at it right there. So close. Angelina knocking Megalodon. Almost had it until that final turn. She'll be back for our next competition. And the winner of this next race will face Sparkle Smash in our semifinal round. In our final race, we have Matt Cody, Gravedigger. Big competition, though, on the other end. It's Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco. They've met 6 times this year. Both have won 3 of those races. Winner goes on to face Sparkle Smash. It's time to make those horses scream when that light turns green. Your winner is Gravedigger. So Crazy Train defeats Terminal Velocity. Plain Crazy defeats Zombie. The Robbins brothers getting ready to go head-to-head. And Sparkle Smash defeating Megalodon. Gravedigger beating El Toro Loco. Our next round is ready to go.
Resch Center, we started with 8, but now we're down to the fastest final 4. The winner of this round will advance to the finals and take a spot on our leaderboard. Let me hear you. Who's ready for the JCB Racing final round?
So our semifinal race here, first one will face Plain Crazy and Crazy Train. They faced 5 times, and the one who's won the most races so far is Plain Crazy. So who wants Plain Crazy to win this next race? But his brother has the better overall race record. Who thinks Crazy Train's going to the final round? Your winner is Crazy Train. Triton Robbins, Crazy Train, getting ready for his 3rd final round appearance this weekend. He won a BKT Overall Event Championship. This is a good way to start the event to maybe do it again. And the winner of this next race will face Crazy Train in the final round. All right, Green Bay, who thinks Gravedigger's going to win this next race? And who wants Sparkle Smash to win this next race? They've met 4 times. Gravedigger's won 3 of those races. But Jamie Sullivan and Sparkle Smash at the line, ready to go. Winner faces Crazy Train. Let's go! We're going to have to check the super glue to the action replay. It was in the bag for Gravedigger until that final moment. Did Sparkle Smash make up the time? Coming around the final turn, Gravedigger had a little lead. Your winner is Sparkle Smash!
It is now time for the JCB Racing Finals. The winner of this race will earn the first 8 points of the event and take over that #1 spot on the BKT overall event leaderboard. This is it. This is the last time you will see these racers. Who's ready to meet your Racing Finals contenders?
The train has been blazing fast on the rails all weekend, especially in JCB Racing. Let's hear it for Triton Robbins, Crazy Train! But his competition is fierce and fabulous. Let's hear it for Jamie Sullivan, Sparkle Smash! First 8 points on the line. They've met 8 times this season in JCB Racing, both with 4 wins. So Sparkle Smash could play an upset here over one of our best racers. It's time to go green. Your winner is Crazy Train. His third JCB Racing final win of the weekend. Now 42-19 in JCB Racing. He's on his way, getting the first 8 points of the event to that BKT overall event championship. Getting out of the truck right now. Make some noise for Crazy Train.
Triton Robbins claiming racing win at #10. You had such a tough matchup right out of the gate facing John Zimmer Jr. You won that race. After that, did you feel confident, or what was your mindset after you took him down in the very first race?
Well, you know what? John Zimmer Jr., one of the best racers here. His record proves it, but there's no free rounds here. Every racer out here is on their game. I got to be on my game, make sure that I get those tight turns. You know, this Crazy Train, it's on rails this weekend, 3rd racing win, and we can't wait to carry on to the rest of the show.
Now, in our next competition, that'll bring you that much closer to an overall event. You get the opportunity to talk to the fans before that event. What do you want from them going into two-wheel scales?
Well, you know, the first thing I want from all the fans up here, I do a little parade lap, and I want to see everybody, even the parents, pumping their arms straight up and down to signal me to honk my crazy horn in the Crazy Train.
Give it up, Triton Robbins, your racing champion.
So the first 8 points go to Triton Robbins, Crazy Train, en route to today's BKT Overall Event Championship. And that's the place he's been in these last 2 events, the top spot after taking the racing final win. And in second place will be Jamie Sullivan, Sparkle Smash with 7 points. We have a tie for third with Gravedigger and Plain Crazy, and then a tie for fifth with El Toro Loco, Megalodon, Terminal Velocity, and Zombie. The next 8 points up for grabs will be our two-wheel skills challenge, where each truck and driver gets 2 attempts at their best trick in hopes of getting you to lock in a 10 at judgeszone.com. So scan to score or go to judgeszone.com right now and get ready to help pick our next winner. And keep your eyes locked to the video board as our drivers explain some of the moves you're going to see in our two-wheel skills challenge. Right now, I'm hanging out with Kyrie, who is obviously a Gravedigger fan. Gravedigger didn't make it to the final round, but we've got the next competition up next. Anything you want to say to Matt, Cody, and Gravedigger?
Go Gravedigger!
Hey, any other Gravedigger fans out there, make some noise. Now, Kyrie, you look Monster Jam ready, so we're going to play a Monster Jam Mini Jams race. You pick the winner. We hook you up with something sweet. Sound good?
Yeah.
All right, let's put our options on the video board there. We've got Zombie, JCB Digatron, or Sparkle Smash. Who do you think is going to win?
Zombie.
All right, he's picking Zombie. Who else is picking Zombie? All right, we're counting down. Who wants JCB Digatron to win? And who wants Sparkle Smash to win? Right now, JCB Digatron in the lead, Zombie in third. Oh, now in second. Are you feeling good about the pick still?
Yes.
All right, he says yes. He's in. Oh, there it is. Zombie Arms in the lead. All right, can he hold it, though? Here's a big sweeping turn right here. Nice dirt track turn. Do you still think he's got it, or you want to make another pick?
No.
Oh, he's holding on to it. Uh-oh, Zombie fell behind. Coming to the final turn, pushing. Sparkle Smash out of the way. Zombie is your winner. My man, let me get some love right there. And so, I mean, you got the shirt. You got the truck. You need the Gravedigger hat, too. Somebody make some noise for my man, Kyrie. Up next, the next 8 points on the line with the two-wheel skills challenge. Each truck and driver has 2 attempts to impress all of you Green Bay fans. And for a reminder, a rundown of judgeszone.com, let's check back in the stands with Carlos. What's up, my man?
That's right. You guys here at the Ref Center, you're not just spectators, you're official fan judges. You're going to get some power, and it's going to be to crown our champion along with our expert judge here during the event. Remember, once these boards go red like they are right now, you're going to go to judgeszone.com, check out the QR code. It'll take you right there. Judgeszone.com, type in the code GRN. Because once our drivers set the truck back down, you'll have 20 seconds to score and lock in what you think they deserve for that pass. Enough talking, you guys get it. Make some noise for the two-wheel skills challenge.
Up first, he's about to put on a master class in two-wheel skills. He has 17 two-wheel skills wins this season. Your series leader, it's John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity. Popper with a moonwalk for attempt number 1. Terminal Velocity gets one more attempt.
That's it. Scoring is open. Scoring is open. Less than 20 seconds left. Lock in those scores. JudgesZone.com. You have the power. Make some noise for John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity.
Unbelievable skill and talent as he's on those front two BKT tires. Not rolling the truck over or endoing. He came real close there, but he's just unbelievably talented. And your scores are in now. The scores for Terminal Velocity is 7.978. So you see we have the expert score, then we take the fan score, we average those two together, and that's how we have a 7.978 for John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity. Up next, his dad and veteran of Monster Jam, it's John Zimmer Sr. Get those zombie arms up for Zombie.
Make some noise for John Zimmer Sr., Zombie. That might be one of his best nose wheelies this series. Let us know what you thought at JudgesZone.com.
Looks like it needs some dental work, some of those fingers, and some Awkwardly bent positions from that, but great stuff. Love the undead combos there from the wheelie to the popper, then walking it back up. John Zimmer, senior zombie, waiting for your scores now at judgeszone.com. And the score to beat, terminal velocity, 7.978. The score for zombie is 6.969. 6.969. Right now, that's second place for zombie.
And that will do it. Make some noise for Angelina Knock in Megalodon. Definitely some points for trying something different, hitting that reverse popper, rolling over the fins. Let us know what you thought. Judgeszone.com, less than 20 seconds left.
So the hard part about that trick is figuring out when to hit the brakes and then also to shift it into drive so you can ride a wheelie out of that reverse popper that she tried there. And the scores are in for Megalodon, 3.89, 3.89.
Monster Jam fans, this is an opportunity for us to go ahead and give you guys a reminder about the amazing partnership that we have here at Monster Jam. We're partnered up with St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, and we're doing something a little bit fun. So if you scan that QR code, you can make a donation, and then you can attach it to one of our drivers, and the winning driver will be crowned the St. Jude Ambassador of the event. Shout out to Megalodon, our recovery team, getting her back on track. Again, it's an amazing thing. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital takes away the stress, no cost to the families. Scan that QR code and crown our St. Jude Ambassador of the event.
Our next competitor, get those bullhorns up for Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco. Fernando with 13 two-wheel skills wins this season, an average score of 8.55. That would be good enough to put him in first place in our two-wheel skills competition right now. Remember, the score to beat, terminal velocity, 7.978. 7.978, the score to beat. Fernando Martinez has taken a two-wheel skills win or two this weekend. And right now in the middle of the pack for the overall event championship. A win here would definitely boost him towards the top for the BKT overall event championship. Now it's time. Here comes El Toro Loco. Let him cook. Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco. Nice combo package right there. Let's see what the chefs whipping up for attempt number 2.
The Crazy Bull once again hits a crazy two-wheel skills pass. That was Fernando Martinez. Let's hear it for El Toro Loco. Only a couple seconds left. Lock in those scores, judgeszone.com.
Super glue glued to the action replay. The truck sitting there walking backwards. Here's part of that combo move and finding that perfect balance point. And then this is awesome, just walking it across the pod. All right, here we go. The scores are in for El Toro Loco. Score to beat. Terminal velocity, a 7.978. The score for El Toro Loco is a perfect 9. For Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco, your new leader in two-wheel skills. Up next, your racing winner. Here comes Triton Robbins, Crazy Train.
We see you, Green Bay. Get those arms pumping in the air.
Getting a little wild there in the end, but that was a great move. Crazy Train ready for attempt number 2. In two-wheel skills, he has 1 two-wheel skills win this season. An average score of 7.614. He's going to need a bigger score than a 9 if he wants to take the lead.
Let's hear it one more time. Triton Robbins, Crazy Train. You guys showed him your love during those passes, and he showed it back with some crazy combos. Let us know what you thought at judgeszone.com.
As you watch the Super Glue to the Action replay, absolute perfect balance. There was one point I thought maybe he took a nap, called his mom, made some hot chocolate. I mean, he was just sitting on those front two BKT tires. And the second attempt, that wheelie was phenomenal. All right, scores are in. Score to beat El Toro Loco with a 9. The score for Crazy Train is 8.296. That is good enough right now for second place in our two-wheel skills challenge. And our next competitor, she has 6 two-wheel skills wins this season, an average score of 8.051. Here comes Jamie Sullivan, Sparkle Smash. Oh, a little friendly rivalry on the track. Sparkle Smash letting El Toro Loco know she's ready to take the lead. And with a second place in racing earlier, a big win will set her up real nice for that BKT Overall Event Championship. Nice moonwalk from Jamie Sullivan, Sparkle Smash. Let's see if she can up her game for attempt number 2.
Back and forth on all the sorts of different combinations on those tires, but lands it. Show your love for Jamie Sullivan, Sparkle Smash. Only a couple seconds left to lock in those scores. Check out the replay. Let us know what you thought.
That second attempt was wild, get a little sketchy on 2 BKT tires, on the other 2, on 1 at one point, and then sets it back down and eventually on all 4. With a nice save for Sparkle Smash. Scores are in, and the score for Sparkle Smash is 8.549. 8.549. Sparkle Smash in second place right now. 2 competitors remain. Up next, the black and green wrecking machine, Matt Cody. It's Gravedigger. Gravedigger walking around on those from BKT tires. Matt Cody. Definitely doing a fun dance up there on the pod, too, on those front tires. One more attempt for big scores at judgeszone.com.
Destroying the front of that hood. Make some noise. That was Matt Cody in Gravedigger. Only a couple seconds left. Only a couple competitors left. Crown our champion at judgeszone.com.
The way that they're able to maneuver the truck on 2 tires and get it to line up for their next trick, like you're watching Matt Cody do in the Super Glue Glue to the Action replay, just wild. What these drivers are capable of doing with these 10,000-pound Monster Jam trucks. Scores are in. Score to beat. El Toro Loco with a 9 flat. The score for Gravedigger is 8.865. Right now, second place for Gravedigger. Our final competitor up next. Here's Montana Robbins, Plain Crazy. Montana with 1 win in the 2-wheel skills challenge this season. Average score of 7.267 in Plain Crazy. Gonna need more than a 9 to take the win in our second competition. Gravedigger, Matt Cody giving Montana the thumbs up as Plain Crazy gets all up in his grill right there. Setting it on the tail. Everybody wave to Montana Robbins. Plain Crazy. Awesome execution. Attempt number 1. Get ready for attempt number 2. Here comes Plain Crazy. Steering wheel out the window.
And that will do it, Montana Robbins. Make some noise, Plain Crazy. That's it. That's your last competitor. GhettoJudgesZone.com. Lock in your scores. You, the expert judge, will crown our champion. JudgesZone.com.
Steering wheel on the floor, picking it up as he waves to the crowd. Let's hear it for Playing Crazy real quick. And his brother, too, Triton out there cheering him on. That's awesome. All right, here we go. Scores are in. Score to beat El Toro Loco with a 9.0. The score for Playing Crazy is 8.87. 8.87 for Playing Crazy. Big reaction from the crowd here. That puts him in second. That means your winner, Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco.
Fernando Martinez, not on the pod, but still taking the win. The number one is quite true today. Man, you are just duking it out on the two-wheel skills challenge. I know you're one of your toughest critics, but did you like that pass today?
I did, and man, the whole time I was sweating. Montana really threw it down for the last truck. Good job, man. That was awesome. He had me sweating bullets, just like the rest of these competitors out here. It is a tough, tough lineup. And Green Bay, you claimed El Toro Loco as your winner, and I couldn't thank you enough. Thank you so much for that one.
Less than half of a point gave you the win. You got one more competition. You still got some momentum for freestyle?
Are you kidding me, dude? This is Sunday Fun Day. We got one event today. All I have to do is tear this truck up, load it in the trailer, and get ready for the next city, baby. So Green Bay, if you guys are ready for the craziest, most carnage-filled freestyle, I need to hear you make some noise right now.
Congratulations there again to Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco, taking the second 8 points of the event with one competition for our Monster Jam trucks and 8 points left before we crown our BKT overall event champion. But first, we're going to take a quick break, and this is Monster Jam Halftime, an opportunity to grab some gear to cheer for your favorite truck and driver, some food, or maybe just hit the restroom. But don't go far, because in just a few minutes, we have Freestyle Motocross and Monster Jam Freestyle. But right now is Monster Jam Halftime. Welcome the superstars of USFMX.
That's right, Ryan. Green Bay, this is going to be one of the sections in the show where you're going to see some of the most high-flying stunts all weekend. Today's lineup, we've got Alex Damlow, Kyle Boone, and Scott Murray. Here's the way it's going to work. They're going to line up. They're going to make sure that the runway is good to go. The bikes are working the way they're supposed to. Shout out to the wheelies from Scott Murray. And then they're going to start to hit this ramp. When they start hitting this ramp, doing their crazy tricks, I want you guys to get loud. Show them your love. They're flying across the arena floor. Let them know if you like what you see. Once they're done with these warm-up laps and these warm-up tricks, then we'll move on to the best trick competition, where you guys will use JudgesZone.com to crown our FMX Best Trick Champion. All right, Green Bay, we've got one of our riders lining up on the runway. If everything's feeling good, we're gonna fly. That was Alex Damlow riding the Yamaha. We've got Kyle Boone. Sorry, he's on the Yamaha. He's on the Honda. Last but not least, give it up. Scott Murray. One warm-up lap down. A couple of cheers here and there. Let's get a little louder for this one. I think that was a slammin' salmon. Indian Air variation with a Superman seat grab from Kyle Boone. Massive knack-knack. Superman on the handlebars, getting in the air on the side. Let it go completely of the bike. Green Bay, if you didn't have your phones out, you're gonna start getting them out right now. Kiss of death attempt from Scott Murray there. A double grab, no hands on the handlebars, able to get back on the bike. A cliffhanger to end it by Kyle Boone. And then Scott Murray warming up with a backflip. Can't wait to see what he does during the competition. All right. I think they're feeling good. I think they're ready to go. They're ready to jump. We're about to kick off the next portion of this section. This is called the FMX Best Trick Competition. Here's the way it's going to work. Our riders will have one attempt to fly across the arena and try to impress all of you here at Rest Center with their best trick. You're going to crown our champions. Start getting those phones out. Judgeszone.com. After you take those awesome pictures, get to Judgeszone.com because you only have a couple seconds to crown our champion. But enough of me, let's kick it back to them, our FMX riders.
We got a packed house here, Green Bay, and I just heard you getting real loud for that backflip for our best trick. Every time these riders are getting ready to do a trick, we need to get even louder than that if we want to see something crazy. And up first, from Hutchinson, Minnesota, it's Alex Damlow. Alex, a wild man on the bike, but when he's at home, loves spa days with his mom and girlfriend. Absolutely enjoys taking that time to relax. Because when you're flying through the air like these guys do, you need to do what you can when you're at home to unwind. So again, when our riders hit that runway and are about to launch, we need to take it up to 30. Green Bay, make some noise!
Scoring is open. Scoring is open. Give it up one more time. Alex Damlow.
One hand on the seat, feet straight in the air. Unbelievable first attempt there in our best trick competition from Alex Damlow. And we'll see if the scores were as big as that move. Absolutely wild. And remember, you pick our winner here at Judgeszone.com. And if you haven't yet, feel free to hop on Judgeszone.com and start making your voice heard with your scores. Scores are in. The score for Alex Damlow is 7.456. 7.456. Right now, first place. Our next rider coming from Ontario, Canada. Let's make some noise for Kyle Boone. If that name sounds familiar, he's got a sister named Cassie Boone, who is also a freestyle motocross rider, and Kyle one day hopes to have as many followers on Instagram as she does. So Green Bay, find Kyle Boone on Insta, give him a like, and let him know what you think of his best trick. Getting ready to hit the runway. Green Bay, let's go, make some noise!
Saving the backflip for the competition. Give it up, Kyle Boone. Scoring is open, Green Bay.
I love the way that these fans love a backflip, and it doesn't get any cleaner than you just saw. In his body, full extension, too, just heads as straight as it can be as he flies through the air, upside down. These guys are the coolest dudes you'll ever get the chance to hang out with, and if you do, I would recommend it. So now, Kyle Boone's score is in. Score to beat, Alex Damlow, 7.456. The score for Kyle Boone is 8.848. Your new leader, Kyle Boone. Our next rider, though, the second rider on the planet to ever do and land a double backflip. He's been a part of the X Games Best Trick competition, the 2008 Navy Moto X World Champ from Helps, Michigan. Let's hear it for Scott Murray. He is the pride of the UP. He's been around the world, one of the best to do it, and his son is following in his footsteps. Maybe you got to meet his son Eli in the pit party, but you'll be seeing them riding together this summer. When you got a dad as fearless as Scott Murray, following in his footsteps is something that you got to love. And he's been riding for 23 years now. The legend getting ready to hit the track. Little snag in the bike there as he's getting ready to line up. So it looks like maybe a rope got in his chain or something. He's getting some help real quick, so you'll have to give Scott Murray a quick second to get the bike ready to go. Kind of a unique scenario that just happened here, but what we saw there for Scott Murray, he did a backflip in that last trick with an up knack, and then he took his hand off and waved at the crowd too. So he's going to have to up his game even more in best trick if he wants a bigger score than Kyle Boone right now at 8.848. You see Scott Murray there getting the help to get the rope untangled from his bike, or maybe it's one of the electric cords that's plugged into our Monster Jam trucks to keep them ready. So he looks free from anything holding him up. Here we go. Oh, I thought he was hitting that runway. I was about to get excited. He's going to make sure the bike is feeling good before he does his best trick, because he's got a big score and he's going to need a big trick. So Green Bay, make some noise for Scott Murray.
Green Bay in front of him. He had an upright trick, a backflip. Will this attempt be enough to take out Kyle Boone and claim his crown? Let's find out. Scoring is open. Scoring is open. One more time. You got to make some noise for that attempt, Scott Murray.
One of his big tricks is what you just saw right there. I mean, just taking his body off the bike, going completely flat. Definitely known for the rock solid. Now the scores are in. Score to beat. Kyle Boone, 8.848. The score for Scott Murray is 9.689. Your winner, Scott Murray.
A big congratulations to Scott Murray. But I think these guys have a couple more jumps left. I think we've got a grand finale coming up. Scott, let them know.
Oh, man, it feels so good to be back in Green Bay. You guys having a good time tonight? Heck yeah. Well, I think we could, what do you think? We should try to get all three of us up in the air here right now. What do you say we run a couple of trains?
I don't know. Do you guys want to see a couple more jumps? All right, Green Bay, this is the way the grand finale is going to work. You've seen them fly across the arena individually, but now they're going to try something together. They're going to line up back to back to back, figure out the spacing. A lot of trust goes into this one. Then they're going to fly across, doing tricks in a train formation. Get your cameras out now. Start that video feed, because you're definitely going to want to post this. Rec center, back to back to back. And they're not done. Lining up once again behind these Monster Jam trucks. We've got another one for you. All right, here we go. Make some noise for FMX. Upright tricks all the way across. I don't know if you caught that. Shout out to Alex Damlow, pointing to some of his fans in section 221, 222. I think we got one more. One more time. One more time. One more time. Make some noise for Alex Damlow, Kyle Boone, and your champion, Scott Murray. Scott Murray once again walking away with the championship. Out of all the bag of tricks that you have, what goes into making the decision which one you're going to pull out during the FMX Best Trick Competition?
You know, yesterday we came in with this setup and we struggled a little bit. Ramp's a little downhill, you know, but today to finish it out here in the Rec Center, we got the ramp feeling good. And, you know, my family's here. I got a bunch of family up in the corner watching, my son and daughter, my wife, and some family members, so it's really great to be able to come out here in the Rec Center and throw down as big as I can, you know.
Hey, if you guys are part of the Scott Murray fan base, stand up, make some noise. Where are you guys at Rec Center? There we go. That's got to be pretty cool that they get to join you on this journey. How does it feel to see them in the stands?
Oh, it's awesome. You know, my son comes with me to a lot of the shows, but you know, my daughter doesn't get to go to a lot of these, and I love you, Charlie. I'm so happy you're here, and it's just it's a real blessing. This is my hometown show as far as Monster Jam is concerned. You know, being a Youper, I've traveled down here a lot of years doing other events down here in Green Bay, and Monster Jam, it's my favorite event. This one right here is my favorite one of the year.
And they are absolutely happy that you're here joining us. Make some noise one more time for your Best Trick Champion. Green Bay, this is the pinnacle of the event. This is Monster Jam Freestyle. Put those zombie arms in the air for John Zimmer Sr. in Zombie. First run of freestyle down. You guys know the drill. JudgesZone.com. Score now.
Starts out with massive air. Watching the super glued to the action replay and then just kept it going. Zombie Airlines. John Zimmer Sr. is the pilot today, even though we got playing crazy over there I think John Zimmer Sr. might have his pilot's license too, as much time as he was just spending in the air. Scores are in. The score for Zombie is 7.782. 7.782. Right now, Zombie is in first. Next competitor is going to be Triton Robbins. Here comes Crazy Train. Crazy Train looking for his first freestyle win of the year. A force in racing. Always towards the top in two-wheel skills, and now freestyle, an opportunity for him to take his first competition win in this competition. And remember, Crazy Train battling for the top spot right now, the BKT Overall Event Championship. He needs a big freestyle and big scores. .39 seconds on the clock. Truck is broke. 39 seconds left on the clock. Tough break for Crazy Train. Now make sure to lock in your scores. Judgeszone.com for Crazy Train. Got at least 15 seconds of that freestyle in and was going big too until the truck did what Monster Jam trucks do sometimes. And they have mechanical issues or parts break based on how hard these drivers are pushing these 12,000-pound machines to the extreme. Scores are in. The score for Crazy Train is 6.256. 6.256. And up next, his brother, Montana Robbins, Plain Crazy. Remember, Montana in the mix too for the BKT Overall Event Championship. He is also looking for his first freestyle win on the season.
Monster Jam fans, it looks like that is it. That will do it. Make some noise. Montana Robbins, Plain Crazy. Still did enough to get a score, so go to judgeszone.com. Still crossed that threshold to get a score. Let us know what you thought at judgeszone.com.
Robbins brothers have been pushing their trucks to the limit all weekend, and in a 4-event weekend, eventually something's bound to break. So tough break for Plain Crazy, but the scores are in. Score to beat Zombie 7.782. Score for Plain Crazy 6.613. Right now, Montana Robbins in second place for freestyle, and you can see him not happy that the truck broke, but we got the super glue glued to the action replay. There were big moments all up until the breakage of the truck. And so if you want to keep up with Montana Robbins and everybody on this series, monsterjam.com will keep you up to date with all the highlights, points updates, and driver updates every week. She's tied for first place going into the final competition. She got to see the competition freestyle for Crazy Train. She needs a big score if she wants to walk away the BKT overall event champion. It's Jamie Sullivan, Sparkle Smash! "25 seconds, lining up for the Morgan and Morgan backflip.
Sparkle Smash is doing it in the air. Make some noise, Jamie Sullivan, Sparkle Smash. Only a couple seconds left. Score now, judgeszone.com.
For the people, the Morgan and Morgan backflip. Jamie Sullivan, Sparkle Smash, making it look easy in freestyle. Now her score is in. Score to beat Zombie 7.782. The score for Sparkle Smash is 9.393. Your new leader, Sparkle Smash. Watching the super glue glued to the action replay, the initial confetti there, the glitter all over the place, and then just flying around the track and going all out in the final event this weekend for you Green Bay fans. Big backflip on the Morgan & Morgan backflip ramp and awesome stuff from Sparkle Smash.
That's right, we saw a big lead change there with 4 trucks still left to go. But why don't we take a look at the freestyle competition leaderboard up on the screen right now. Let us recap where we're at. So we got Sparkle Smash sitting in first place, scoring over a 9, the only competitor scoring over a 9 right now. We got Zombie, who she just dethroned. And then we got the Robbins brothers rounding out 3 and 4. But so much more freestyle left to go. in Monster Jam Freestyle. All right, and then if you don't remember, are all leading to this, the overall event leaderboard. So we got two competitors, Crazy Train and Sparkle Smash, tied in first. I think Sparkle Smash might have had something to say about that. And then you can see the rest of them, a couple ties in there, still anybody's game.
Now get those shark teeth out. Make some noise for Angelina Knock, Megalodon. Saves it!
All sorts of air, all sorts of stunts. Make some noise, Angelina Knock in Megalodon. Out of the cab, feeling the crowd love. Judgeszone.com, let her know.
Getting a little love there from Jamie Sullivan and Sparkle Smash. That has to be one of the best freestyles we've seen from Angelina Knock and Megalodon, especially the two-wheel skill stuff, too. Awesome, awesome freestyle from Megalodon. Now we'll see how she scores. The score for Megalodon is 8.457, 8.457. Megalodon currently in second, and up next, it's John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity. John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity, this season has 6 freestyle wins, an average score of 8.474. But he has 16 overall event wins. So again, very consistent this whole season, which is why he's in the top spot right now for Arena Championship Series Central. And he has the opportunity to play spoiler in this freestyle competition. Looks like he's lining up for the Morgan & Morgan backflip.
We still had 16 seconds left, but that is it. That is it. John Zimmer Jr. laying it down on the track. Make some noise. Judgeszone.com. Tell us what you thought of that backflip and that freestyle run.
Well, I mean, a backflip and a cartwheel. I don't even think he really needed any more time in freestyle. I'm not sure what else John Zimmer Jr. could have done in terminal velocity. I mean, send it motorsports, send it. It's in the name, and he sent it. That entire freestyle. Here we go. Score to beat. Sparkle Smash, 9.393. The score for terminal velocity is... Interesting reaction from the crowd here, a 9.247, good enough for second. He's walked away with a few BKT overall event championships this weekend, so he's got to feel good about that. Make some noise for terminal velocity. As they tow his truck to the side, watch the super glue glued to the action replay. That cartwheel, I can't wait to see that again. And you're going to have to follow us at Monster Jam to catch it on social media too. You can't get any more perfect than that. Was something that was completely unexpected. And a giant Morgan & Morgan backflip for the people here in Green Bay. John Zimmer Jr., terminal velocity, just turned it up a notch in Monster Jam Freestyle. So Jamie Sullivan, Sparkle Smash, holds on to the lead. 2 trucks and drivers remain, and those 2 drivers and trucks right behind her for the BKT Overall Event Championship. Looking at the scores right now at Judgeszone.com for freestyle. Sparkle Smash, 9.393. Terminal Velocity in second, and 9.247. Megalodon in third, and then Zombie in fourth. Plain Crazy fifth. Crazy Train 6, and again, 2 competitors remain in Monster Jam Freestyle. Green Bay, who's ready for some more? He has 10 freestyle wins this season. And a major wild moment last night in freestyle. Scoring is open. Make some noise for Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco. Big air, big moves on that loud pedal, that whole 75 seconds. Let's watch some of the highlights. Our super glue glued to the action replay. Fernando Martinez trying to take another big win this weekend in the final competition and was in the running for the BKT Overall Event Championship. So his score going to play a big role in what happens at the end of the event. Scores are in. Score to beat Sparkle Smash, 9.393. Score for El Toro Loco is 8.192. 8.192. Fourth place in freestyle. He has 17 freestyle wins this year. The black and green wrecking machine. Here comes Matt Cody in Gravedigger. Tried his best to save it, but it ends like that. Get your scores in at judgeszone.com. And one more time, let's hear it for Matt Cody, Gravedigger. Pushing that truck to the extreme. Ragged edge freestyles have ragged edge results. As you see in the Super Glue Glued to the Action replay, just mashing the throttle that whole time, looking for big air, trying to get the truck unsettled to try to get some kind of wow factor in. And if he had more room here, he probably would have been able to save that truck. I know it wouldn't look like it, but if he had the opportunity, it looked like if he had had a little more gas, he could have pulled that over right about there. But you see the tires stop moving too, so that stopped the truck from being able to flip back onto all four BKT tires. But an awesome moment there for Matt Cody, Gravedigger, who is in the running for the BKT Overall Event Championship. We'll see where your scores put him and where that lands him in the overall. Score to beat is Sparkle Smash, 9.393. The score for Matt Cody and Gravedigger is 8.274. That means fourth place for Gravedigger, and your winner is Sparkle Smash. We add those 8 points to the total to see if it's enough to take the BKT Overall Event Champion, and it looks like everybody, Sparkle Smash, your BKT Overall Event Champion.
Jamie Sullivan walking away with an overall event championship win. Did you know that you had to pull out all the stops on that freestyle to take the last win of the weekend?
Oh yeah, for sure. You know, to come out here with the last overall event win here in Green Bay, I'm super pumped for it. You know, what an awesome run too, getting the chance to come out here and perform a backflip and having it land was so awesome. But you know what? It's all thanks to all you fans and all these UNOH technicians back there. They're constantly working on these trucks to make sure that they're ready for you guys. So I want to hear you guys get loud for all those technicians back there.
Inching that much closer to the top of our leaderboard. Do you feel good going into next week knowing you're the last one here to take a win?
You know, definitely for sure. You know, I'm sitting third in points right now. We're trying to get that second spot at least. But you know what? It's all good fun. You know, we have fun out here. We get to destroy these trucks and let these technicians fix it. So you know what? I have a good time. But I want to know did you guys have fun at Monster Jam?
I'm definitely feeling fancy after that. Congratulations to Jamie Sullivan, Sparkle Smash. Yeah, that's number 2 correct guesses for me on this series and Arena Championship Series Central. And only a couple handfuls of points events left for this series. It is getting so close. It is unbelievable, and you can watch every moment of the action on Monster Jam YouTube over the next couple of months. And for everyone who joined us here at Green Bay this weekend, we thank you so much for having a blast with us. And we also want to thank the staff here at Resch Center for the hospitality, all of the accommodations, and letting us get a little dirty in here in Green Bay. And for our production team and Carlos Sparks, I am Ryan Lacoste. We had a blast this weekend. We can't wait to come back. Green Bay, that was Monster Jam.